Hi guys, this is Ashley back with another video. Before we get into the video, like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Make sure you turn on post notifications. So, Botch and Bitter goes off yet again and has officially scrapped the album because Barty Gang is still complaining about her trash snippet that she put out, okay? Now, if you did not listen to the snippet, here is how it sounds.
My pedigree, decide, let him meet. I hate this song. Very sweet. I'm a little real big. So think of toothless. I hate you and who made you and the homegirl share shoes with. You mad, suck it up, BBL, tongue tuck. If you still got something to say, find some traffic and jump in the way. Look at all this ass. Ain't got no ways.
So that has Botch and Bitter Gang really upset. She had went off previously on Spaces, saying that basically she went back to listen to the song because she tries to use old lyrics from scrap records to put in her new songs. That was her excuse, okay? Which it won't matter anyway because Parson Fontaine be writing majority of her music. But not only that, she has went back on Twitter and said, why the F y'all keep talking about that snippet? Album scrapped. Y'all not getting ish. Oh my goodness. Now, with that being said, hopefully this tweet is fake. Some fans are saying that it's not real, that it's fake. But Botch and Bitter has went off on fans like this before. So we don't really know. But it does says that the tweet has been deleted. So let me know how y'all feel about that. So it looks like even though she said she was coming hard next year, which she did say, unfortunately, she lied again.
What's up, Spotify rapper? I'm laughing because I know I did a video like this last year, but I had trial and tribulations happening, okay? But I'm telling y'all, 2025 is Mother Lee's year. And Spotify, you better wrap it up and hold me down. We coming in strong. We coming in like a force. We gonna put it in them. Take it out slow. All 2025.
So let me know how y'all feel about that. I feel like Botch and Bitter would be better off doing the Rihanna thing and doing stuff outside of music. It just doesn't make sense for her to be doing music if she's not passionate about it. Nobody that has a passion for music would go on a 8 to 7 year hiatus, basically. Now, moving on to Doja Cat. Doja Cat's Agora Hills was iHeart's radio most played song of 2024. She also the fourth most played artist this year and highest female rapper with 1.8 billion. Wow. Isn't Champagne Thickum suing iHeart and Payola for alleged payola? I wonder if Doja Cat was getting the same payola that they're accusing Kung Fu Kenny of getting. Interesting, because it's like Agora Hills was one of the top songs for radio. Interesting. And Doja Cat has been accused of getting that payola package. Now, Agora Hills is a bop. I mean, I can see why they were putting it on the radio. But Doja Cat, the people might have their eye on you. Now, Lose Control, Lovin' On Me by Rack Harlow, Beautiful Things by Benson Boone, Espresso by Sabrina, Feather by Sabrina, Saturn by SZA, that's trash, Too Sweet, Snooze by SZA, and A Bar Song were also one of the most played songs on iHeart, radio. So, a lot of these songs did well. Most of these songs went top 10. So this is a key factor as to how a lot of artists are getting their top 10s now. They are, in fact, getting a lot of radio and payola. That's what it's given. Because most of these songs went top 10. I think maybe all of these songs went top 10. I don't think, except Feather by Sabrina Carpenter. I don't think that went top 10. But all of these songs mostly went top 10, which letting me know that the payola package is how you succeed on the charts. So congratulations to Doja Cat for getting the payola package. Hopefully she don't get sued, okay? Now, moving back on to Cardi B. She is being exposed by former writer and producer for not paying up. Now, Swift on Demand, who was on Love and Hip Hop with Botch and Bitter, said, when I see stuff like this, talking about Botch and Bitter saying that she spends $3 million a month, which clearly was a lie, she said, all I can remember is you saying, Swift, don't worry, I got you. After that phone call, when you got with dude, you even got upset with me for even saying, don't forget about me. And I'm pretty sure you taking care of people that have nothing to do with your success. Once again, I'm happy for you though. Keep shining. By now, I would have thought you would have moved a muscle to help me a bit. I thought wrong. Okay? Just had to get that off my chest. Then in the caption, he basically warned future and independent songwriters and producers to make sure that they had their paperwork right when they're working with an artist, because he didn't have no paperwork with Botch and Bitter, but he wrote and produced for her in the past, and she has not paid him. But she was claiming that she was buying $300,000 chains. She was getting $700,000 from Shein, which I told y'all that was a lie. Okay? I said I didn't really believe it because she can't even pay her rent. Ain't she been sued a bunch of times for not paying no bills, but you getting this and that? Okay? And she only got one album. Now, Botch and Bitter has clapped back, and this is what she had to say.
I've even been working for a whole year and fucking out here believing what the fuck you see on the internet. Have you seen me working for a whole year? Have you been seeing me make a show? So why the fuck all I see when I see this shit is with you told me you was gonna help me? Shut up, nigga. I had to feed all my 3 kids. I have big bills and nobody helped me with but myself. So shut the fuck up.
Then she tried to blame the manager, her old manager, for the sucky contract that allegedly Swift on Demand was in. But girl, you was bragging that you was paying Star Brim's lawyer fees, okay, and she still went to jail, okay, $300,000 allegedly she spent for Star Criminals lawyers. So you need to pay up. I think he needs to take Botch and Bitter and her Botch BBL to court, okay, and get his money. Now, moving on from that, Twice came out featuring Megan Thee Stallion. Okay, they put out their new song called, I think it's called Strategy. It gives TikTok vibes. Okay, the song is clearly meant for TikTok or little children. Probably won't ever listen to it again. And yeah, I don't know if this song gonna blow up. I feel like it might come and go. I don't feel like this one is a hit. Okay. But Megan does have a Korean and Asian fan base, or she likes to think that she does because she constantly taps into that market. So it seems as though she wants that fan base, or she believes that she already has that fan base. Too bad they don't buy her albums, because if she had that fan base, she would be able to sell 100,000 first week, okay, when she drops her albums. But that hasn't happened since Bad News. Now, moving on from that, People magazine has crowned Cowboy Carter by Queen Bee the best album of 2024. Let me know how y'all feel about that. I'm going to have to pass on it being the best album of 2024. No. Okay? It might be like top 10, but not the best. I think for me personally is Big Billy. I love her album. Still listening to it. I think Sabrina Carpenter's album was better. Brat was better. So I don't agree with that. But I do feel like her album had the most impact. Okay, especially in country music. So I will give her that. But it wasn't the best album of 2024. Absolutely, positively no. Okay. And it's really no shade because I love Queen Bee, but it just wasn't. Now, moving on from that, Queen Bee got over 36 million people to stream country music for the very first time on Payola this year, according to the platform. And this is why I was saying that Queen Bee does have the biggest impact when it comes to her album Cowboy Carter, because now more people are tuning in to the Black artists that are doing country, like Shabuzi, Tanner Adele, and Tiara Kennedy. Okay, so Queen B did give those people a look, especially Shabuzi. Shabuzi was not going top 5 and number 1 and getting all these damn scammy nominations until he worked with Queen B. Unfortunately, Queen B cannot do that for Walmart Beyonce and Holly, but she be doing it for other artists in the industry. Now, moving on to Donkey of the Day, Champagne Thickums Botch BBL with the bald patch on top of your head. Come to the front of the congregation and let's get to dragging you by your pubic hair, okay? It has been reported that due to high demand from the pre-sales tickets, okay, from Kung Fu Kenny and SZA's Stadium World Tour, Kung Fu Kenny has added another LA date at the SoFi Stadium and another Toronto date due to the pre-sales tickets being in high demand, okay? Because it's not open to the general public, okay? The pre-sales are only open to, I believe, if you have Cash App or you got to meet other criteria. I forgot the other criteria, but the pre-sale tickets, I guess they selling like hotcakes because he added another Toronto date. And here's my thing, Champagne Thickums. How you gonna let this man perform back to back in Toronto? I mean, come on. You just allowing this man to walk all over you. And this is why you got to sue Universal, because not only did he completely annihilate you from the rap beef, but he's also going to your city and performing. Okay. And I hope he performs not like us in Toronto. Oh, yes. Okay. I already got my tickets. Okay. I hope he performs in Toronto and we chanting not like us to the top of our lungs. Okay. And another thing, Champagne Thickums, how are you supposed to be the number 1 stream male rapper in the world, yet you can't even do no stadiums? You did a joint world tour with J. Cole, okay? A joint world tour with 21 Below Average and one with Future. We can't forget that. Yet you can't do stadiums. Interesting. So you let this man do a stadium tour before you in your own city. That's Donkey of the Day behavior. This is why Kung Fu Kenny's the king of rap. I try to tell y'all, because if you the number 1 streamed rapper, you should be able to do stadiums if you getting billions upon billions in streams. But that just lets me know that you be getting the payola that you accuse Kung Fu Kenny of getting. Okay? Because if you was doing all these numbers that you say you do, then you should be able to do a stadium tour. Even if it's with another act. You didn't do it with none of the artists that you collaborate with. Okay? Now, I think Young Money can do a stadium tour, but like I said, Champagne Thickums wanted to be greedy and he wanted to get paid more than Nicki and Wayne. That's why they didn't do a stadium tour. But I'm sure he'll try to latch on to Wayne and Nicki now that his back is against the wall. Okay, so unfortunately, you're getting Donkey of the Day. And just like your face, push-ups is aging like milk because you said that you get more love in the city than Kung Fu Kenny is from, but yet he's doing 3 shows in LA because the pre-sales are selling out. He's doing 3 shows in LA, 3 stadium shows. And that's why he is the queen bee of male rap. Okay, so I try to tell y'all. Now, moving on from that, there has been a list going around for the number 1 album of 2024 by each publication. So Payola Board says that Brat was the number 1 album of 2024. Rolling Stone also said Brat was the number 1 album of 2024. Pitchfork said Diamond Jubilee was the number one album. I think not. People magazine said Cowboy Carter was the number one album of 2024. The Independent said Romance was the number one album of 2024. I don't even know who that is. The New York Times said Brat and Brat is completely different, but it also is still Brat, is the number one album of 2024. I think that's by Charlie XCX too. I think that was her deluxe. Crack said Diamond Jubilee was the number one album. Vulture says Songs of the Lost World. Don't know who that is. Styro Gum said Brat. Paste says Here in the Pitch. I don't know who that is. Exclaim said Diamond Jubilee. And Consequence said Brat. So a lot of people are saying Brat basically was the number one album of 2024. Let me know if y'all agree or disagree. I really don't know if I agree with that. I know it was popular, but I don't know if it was the best album of 2024. I feel like Big Billie is not getting the proper recognition that she properly deserves. I mean, why nobody talking about Big Billie's album? Okay, like, come on now. We got to show love to the Big Billie. I think people are purposely ignoring Big Billie because she dissed the chart-obsessed racists. That's what I'm thinking. She publicly dissed the chart-obsessed racists. And so I think that's why people are not giving Big Billie the proper recognition she deserves. Now, moving on from that, Vulture ranks Piss as the second best song of 2024. And NPR names Bigger in Texas as one of the best songs of 2024. Let me know how y'all feel about that. I think Piss was trash. We already discussed that, so I don't need to really give my reasoning because I already said it a bunch of times. But Bigger in Texas was not one of the best songs of 2024, but I think it was probably one of Megan's best songs she put out, but it wasn't the best songs of 2024. But it was probably one of the best songs on her album. Okay, Act 2. So let's get that clear, okay? Definitely can't compete with anything Kung Fu Kenny dropped, anything Metro and Future dropped, anything Sabrina Carpenter dropped, or even Queen Bee dropped. So it can't be one of the best songs because it can't even be compared to what other people have dropped, to be quite honest. To me, Megan Thee Stallion did not drop a hit record this year. Okay, she dropped a diss record, but it wasn't a hit. That's why it fell off the charts after 3 or 4 weeks, okay, or 5 weeks. Piss fell off the charts once Nicki Minaj started paying her dust. That's not a hit. A hit lasts even when the beef died down. That's why Not Like Us is one of the best rap songs of the year. The beef has kind of died down a little bit, but, it made so much noise that it got Champagne Thickum suing. Piss couldn't do that damage. And that's why Kung Fu Kenny is the king of rap. And Megan Thee Stallion, she the queen of poom poom shorts. She the queen of twerking. I'll give her that. She can be the queen of twerking and poom poom shorts. But she'll never be the queen of rap. I don't even think she'll ever be the princess. Now, Khalid put out 3 songs with... I think he actually put out more than 3 songs. He might have put out a whole album. Okay, just nobody's talking about it. But anyway, the 3 songs that people are somewhat talking about is the one with Normani, Ira Star, and Chloe Bailey. So he put out 3 different songs with these artists. And I don't care for really any of them except for maybe the one with Normani. I think it's called Personal. That to me was the best record out of all of them. Okay, shockingly. And I just feel like none of them are really hits, in my opinion. And I don't know, maybe he should put out a music video. Maybe he did. I didn't watch it. But at the end of the day, I don't know. I feel like Khalid don't really got it like that. As a male R&B artist, he's not that guy for me. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like he appeals to a certain demographic. We don't really know what that demographic is because I don't think it's women. No shade, okay? I don't think his fan base is women. So I think maybe he got to collaborate with more of the dudes, okay? If the dudes would collaborate with him because he is, gay. And so a lot of R&B artists, a lot of male R&B artists may not want to do collaborations with him because they don't want to look like they gay too. No shade. I know Chris Breezy the colorist ain't gonna do it, okay? Because he don't get down like that, unfortunately. But I think Tank would. Okay, I think Tank would do a collaboration with him. Who else? I think Bruno might. You know what I'm saying? For a good check. Okay, but I think he needs to appeal to the men instead of the women because, to be quite honest, I don't think that's his fan base. His music to me is okay. Now, moving on to another donkey of the day. Lame comedian Andrew Schulz jokes that he would forcibly make love to Kung Fu Kenny against his will because Kung Fu Kenny said white comedians should not be allowed to joke about black women. So bottom boosie Andrew Schulz was clearly offended by that. A lot of people were offended by this. And here's the thing. Black people allow white people to make certain racial jokes because y'all be trying to invite them to the cookout. Okay, this is really Charlamagne's fault. Charlamagne also will be receiving Donkey of the Day because he allows Andrew Schulz to be in the hip hop spaces when he don't even really belong. Okay, and I just feel like he says the things that he says because he knows that black people cannot cancel him. Black people are still going to support him. That's the problem. If y'all withdrew support from half of these racist celebrities, they would act right. But y'all gonna still tune into the show. You're gonna still go to the comedy shows. Y'all gonna still listen to Charlamagne, the bottom bussy. And at the end of the day, nothing's gonna change. That's why they play in our face all the time. If y'all withdrew support, then things would run smoother. There's a lot of white people I refuse to support. I don't even bother listening to Andrew Schulz, but I don't buy nothing from the Kardashians because they're culture vultures. But y'all be buying Skims and this and that. And the Kardashians use black culture. They don't even F with you like that. Okay? So at the end of the day, y'all be supporting these white people, putting them on pedestals, and that's why they treat y'all the way they do. All I know is that Kung Fu Kenny better send the booty goons after Andrew Schulz. And the funny part about it is Andrew Schulz be sleeping around the industry trying to get his way to the top, just like other celebrities, but he's still not even one of the top comedians in the world. Okay, he's not even close. If we're really talking about it, he's not one of the best white comedians in the world. He's not even the top comedian in the world, and he's been in the game for 10 plus years. But really, it's black people's fault. Okay, y'all allowed this to happen. Notice certain communities, especially the blank-ish community, they don't allow people to say anti-Semitic comments. Okay, they don't allow you to say jokes about white women. You can't do that. No. You get dragged or blackballed. So I think that the black community, we have to set better boundaries. But the only way y'all could do that is if y'all stop supporting these white racist comedians. Okay. But anyway, I got some very hot tea on Patreon about Eminem, SZA, and Kung Fu Kenny, the CEO of United Health on Patreon. Link will be in the description. And have a great day.